Joining me now is royal commentator Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, is the couple going to accept this olive branch from the king, or is an apartment at Buckingham Palace just beneath them?
Oh, Rita, champagne problems. Have you ever heard of something so ridiculous? And what we are hearing is that, of course, yeah, the Sussexes are unhappy about this decision. They were allegedly shocked and disappointed to find out that they were going to be removed from Frogmore Cottage, despite the fact that that was, a grace and favor gift handed to them from the Queen, with the understanding that with their unity, they would be living a life of service and representing the monarchy, which they have done the exact opposite of. In fact, I'd say that they've been embarrassing the monarchy for the last few years. But I'm curious to see if it all comes to fruition. I think Harry would say he's going to avoid the UK as much as possible due to security concerns.
Well, yeah, that's always a good excuse. And I've got to say, talking about Harry in particular, I've seen some crazy quotes from him. This is from his live stream chat with a therapist, sort of a pay-per-view experience where he talked about his use of psychedelic drugs, amongst other things. But on the drug use, this is what he said. He said, "It was the cleaning of the windscreen, the removal of life's filters. It removed it all for me and brought me a sense of relaxation, relief, comfort, a lightness that I managed to hold back for a period of time." And he said, "I started doing it recreationally and then started to realise how good it was for me. I would say it is one of the fundamental parts of my life that changed me and helped me deal with the traumas and the pains of the past." So, I don't know, Kinsey, a few things are starting to make sense suddenly.
I mean, yeah, the lightness you're describing, Harry, is called being high. It brings new meaning to your highness. Exactly. I think that this is a dangerous
That's his
conversation.
new nickname, Your Highness.
Exactly.
That is the new nickname. You've dubbed it now.
Well, and can we just, while we're on nicknames, can we change Frogsit to Evictus? Not the I, but the E, Evictus. I felt like that was the way we should have gone in that direction. But I feel like this is a dangerous game. Harry and Meghan, their core audience is a younger demographic, because anybody that has any common sense whatsoever, they get that these two are, they're using victimhood as currency. But the younger demo is they still have their blinders on. So we've got Harry basically promoting drug use, from marijuana to cocaine to psychedelics. This is dangerous territory. Who in their right mind are counseling these two? They need to get them, they need to pull them aside and set them straight about what they're saying and the importance of their words.
Yes, absolutely. And there was another quote that caught my eye from this therapy session. And Prince Harry said, "People say my wife saved me." Really? Who said that? "I was stuck in this world and she was from a different world and helped me out of that." I mean, no wonder Harry has gone mad was trending on Twitter last night, because, again, who's telling him his wife saved him other than perhaps his wife?
Right. Or Tyler Perry, who we saw touch down over the weekend. He took like a 2-hour private jet ride, which goes full stop with Harry and Meghan's whole environmental thing, to visit them. I don't understand that commentary at all whatsoever, except this is just the continued narrative that Harry is trying to thrust on us, that Meghan is not the bad guy. She's Diana 2.0, a modern day Mother Teresa, and that's just something that they're trying to shove down our throats, because we've seen through it all and we understand that these problems didn't start happening within the family until a certain member was introduced, and that's Meghan Markle.
Now, during this therapy session, the doctor diagnosed him with attention deficit disorder. I'm sure you would have watched every second. Any other revelations that we need to be across?
Oh, well, this felt like an attack on the two of us. He said that every time someone criticizes him, it makes him want to talk more. It makes him want to speak out more. He said that him and his mother Yeah, we're shaking in our boots. I mean, that's just like ludicrous because if you think about it, the more he speaks, it gives us more content to talk about. Why does he not see the chaos there? That it's just a circle, a never-ending circle. He says him and his mother never felt like they fit into the royal family. He said him and his father don't speak the same language, and he was never hugged as a kid.
Oh.
There are plenty of photos of him being embraced as a child. So, just the pity party continues.
It does, and you wonder why he would do this so quickly after releasing his book, which has got so much criticism. And, talking about things like, he was the odd one out of the family. Hardly a profound or unusual experience. I mean, every family's got people within it who think they're the odd one out. I mean, again, the victim playing here is something else. I played a little bit of Chris Rock mocking Meghan earlier. How do you think that's going to go down? Because the South Park episode was brilliant. It just perfectly captured the absurdity of what they're doing. But Chris Rock, famous black comedian, saying your in-laws being curious possibly about the colour of your baby isn't racism. Black people would have the same curiosity.
Well, first of all, I would just say that is a sentence that a lot of us thought during the Oprah Winfrey interview, but we were too afraid to say it because we knew we'd be labeled a racist. So we had to dance around that because it was such a sensitive topic. But Rita, this is where it gets good. This happened on their own turf. Netflix paid Harry and Meghan hundreds of thousands of dollars to create content for them. And Chris Rock goes on their own platform and destroys them. You know that they are feeling the burn right now.
Well, this is it. And they seem to be abandoned by the celebrity class, by Hollywood, because that was their natural home. That's where they felt comfortable. That's where they wanted to be, these people who just, want to have their privacy. But it seems like Hollywood isn't that into Harry and Meghan anymore.
No, I mean, where is Oprah to defend them? Remember Gayle King from CBS, Oprah's best friend, going on television saying that they had receipts that the royal family was racist. A year later, Harry goes on Tom Bradby's show and says, we never said they were racist. So where are these people that really Harry and Meghan have put in a terrible position because they have been maybe lying on television to back up Harry and Meghan? Where are the receipts? We're still waiting for those. And those same people that were defending them before have disappeared into the background.
Now, let's have a look at another comedian having a little joke. This is Rhys James.
Likely dating profiles.
Sick of seeing your family? Date me, Meghan Markle.
A quick one, but a funny one. I mean, you've got to laugh at that. And let's just, before we go, play that Chris Rock clip we were talking about.
That she went through was not racism. It was just some in-law. So she's complaining. I'm like, what the is she talking about? Oprah, they're so racist. They wanted to know how brown the baby was gonna be. They're so racist. They wanted to know how brown the baby's gonna be. I'm like, that's not racist. Because even black people wanna know.
Kinsey, what can they do to get back into Hollywood's good books? Do they have anything to offer the A-list celebrities there? They can't sing or dance or act. What can they offer other than their royal titles to have that allure back?
Guess what? They're going to have to grovel. They're going to have to show up to the coronation and be seen and pictured. They're going to have to stand next to William and Catherine if they can get close enough. I'm sure security's already been warned to keep them away, but they need those photos with King Charles. They need the photos with, God forbid, Queen Consort Camilla, who Harry tears apart in his book. They need proximity to the royal family to continue to monetize off of their misery.
Oh, well said. Good advice there, Kinsey Schofield. I hope they're listening because that is their only currency. Thank you so much for joining me today.